Alright, y'all, so time to do a little bit more work to the 240. Got the wheels powder coated and the new tires mounted, but I need to replace some bushings because I still got a wobble in my steering wheel. So back in 2020 I bought a bunch of parts for the car, and one of those happened to be this full bushing set from Energy Suspension. Wasn't quite ready to do this yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and at least replace two, and I'll go show you the ones I'm gonna do the replacing right now. Whew. And I do believe them wheels turned out quite nice. A little cloudy so you can't see, but let me get crawled down in here and oh, this bushing right here on this arm is well, it's seen better days. It's only about 30 years old. It's still quite young, but let me get back up from here. I'm gonna go ahead and take these arms off of both sides and replace the old rubber bushing there with one from the Energy Suspension kit. I really need to replace a whole lot more because they're all quite worn out, cracked, and messed up, but I ain't ready to do that today. And the more these are replaced, the more alignment I'm gonna have to do, and I'm not ready to do an alignment just yet. So if I get these replaced, it should start behaving. But I do need new tie rod ends again. They're not loose or anything, it's just the grease boots have messed up. I replaced the whole steering rack and both tie rod ends, probably about 8 years ago. So it's just the rubber and plastic trim on them that's gone bad. They're still nice and tight. But I do eventually want to get all the bushings replaced, especially these down here for the bar. Forget what it's called at the moment. I've worked hard today. Been writing regular expressions all day long, and my brain is gooberfied. So let me get these off of here, and I'm gonna go ahead and clean them up with the laser rust removal tool, get the old bushings out, and I'm gonna powder coat them because they are starting to rust. Although that might just be crust and crud. Either way, I'm gonna make them nice and clean and pretty again. Anytime I take something off, I like to clean it up, paint it, or something to help preserve it. And I'll show you how I get these replaced without using a press, and when that time comes to it. So catch back up to you a little bit once I get these off. I believe all the bolts and nuts on these are 17 or 16 millimeter, one of the two. So I got my tools out here, and it shouldn't take me long. All right, y'all, I went ahead and got one bushing out. I just burned it out the old-fashioned way. Let me show you just how bad these are now we up in the light here. This one here actually was given so much that it was rubbing right here where it mounts up, and that's probably why my wheel'll be a wiggly. But that's a lot of flex there and a lot of cracks, and it's that way on both sides. And this isn't hardly taking any effort at all, so go ahead and take and burn this one out, come back in, and well, I'll show you how I did this. First I had to take my Sawzall, and this is what's left inside after you burn out the middle. You cut through that, there's a little bit of another layer of rubber, and then you cut through the outer shell here just a little bit, and you knock it all the way out. Then you just gotta clean it up and get ready to install the new ones. So let me go ahead and get this burning. rubber in there just keep on to burn for a minute. I'm gonna clamp it up in the vise and I'm gonna go around and spray the edge of it with some PB Blaster while it's still good and hot, and that should soak in. It'll actually make driving the little metal piece out just a little bit easier, so I don't have to cut through quite as far. Alright, y'all, it's still nice and hot. Y'all get ready to get a little bit smoky here? Put a little bit on this side and let it soak in for just a second or two. And then I'll flip it over and do the other side. As it cools, that little ring there in the middle, it just draws it right in. You can see it's drawn in there. Alright. Let's get some on this side. That should do it. I'm just going to let that soak in there. Let me give it a little bit more. If you'll take it, I'll let it have it. All right. Bring this up right in the vise here, so I can get a good bite on it with the saw. Alright, let's get that first ring on out of there. Just going to take the saws off the metal blade. Alright. Just going to bend those ends up. Out the way. Get the other side bent up out the way. I should be able to push it right on out the back side now. There we go. That's out. I've already started cutting in. I'm about to get a little bit more of this rubber out of the way. There's in between them two. So I can see how far in I am. Alright. I'm just about through on this side. I'll give it a little bit more of a cut and go easy with it. I'm starting to break through a little bit. Alright, let's see if I can't just get her to curl up. Need just a hair more. I'm right there on the about to break through it. Alright, I should be through there now, I hope. There we go, just broke through. Alright, Switch my flat end chisel here. Just tappity tap it out. Oh. Alright, y'all. Just to clean up this bore and make sure it's nice and smooth, I'm just going to run a cylinder hone through it, not a ball hone, but one of these nice bar hones with a little bit of lube. Just enough to make it slick. I'm not trying to change the size of it or anything. Just want to get it nice and clean. I'm going to go both ways a few rounds and call it good. Let's see what we look like in there now. That's pretty good. We still got a little bit of staining in there. I'm going to go over this little lip here just a little bit where I cut too deep, just so it don't tear up my new bushing. But well, no, it's nice and slick in there now, but I didn't go too far. You can still see some of the original paint in there.